Ladies and gentlemen, hope every single one of you guys are having a magnificent day today. And today we're going to be doing a review on the Manba 1 controller, which I actually did a review for a little bit ago. But how are you going to review a controller if you actually don't use it or been using it for at least a couple of months? So I'm actually doing a 6-month review on the Manba 1 controller, and then I'm also going to show you guys every single little setting inside the controller to make the controller a little bit better towards your own liking. And then as well, I'm going to show you guys how to set up 3 different settings. So if one game you want to use one button at the bottom for B, one for X, one for B, one for whatever you want to use it, you can set it up to whatever setting you want. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do everything with this controller, and also give you guys a 6-month review about everything and how I'm feeling with this controller. And so far, I got to tell you guys something, it's been great quality. I love this controller, and for the price and for the technology that it has, honestly, I got to give it an 8 out of 10 rating. Ladies and gentlemen, the next thing that we want to go over with this controller, it is the build quality. The build quality, I think, is super solid in this controller. It is very heavy. It feels very nice. The only thing that I do say about this controller that some people may not like, it is the sizing. As you guys can see, this is a little bit longer. This is like more of like the regular Xbox controller. They both have the Xbox controller model, but in my opinion, the black one, it is a little bit shorter, and some people may not like it, but I do like it. I got comfortable with it over the time, and I do really like it. The build quality super nice, and then what I do like the most is all the settings that it has inside of it. And then as well, guys, the controller, it is not too loud. I think I honestly like the way it is. It's not super loud. The build quality is good. Now the next thing that I want to go over with this controller is the controller has so many settings inside of it. This little computer in here can give you so many different options. It has so many different options for the dead zone. It has options for lighting, for colors. It also has options here at the bottom. You can put different 4 paddles for 4 different settings. Sorry, 3 different settings. You can put 3 different paddles for 3 different games. You can set up X to M2. You can set up B to M1, M4, M3, whatever you want. You can do so many different things. Then that's where you can do different colors, and that's the next thing that I want to get into it. And honestly, guys, this controller for $69.99, which is the price that it's going for right now, it's honestly not bad for everything that it has to offer. As well, if you're able to get this controller for $49.99, I think it's definitely a very good cop. The only thing about this controller, this is not a competitive controller. This is more of a fancy controller, and it also has Hall effect triggers and then Hall effects joysticks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over, in my opinion, the most important parts about the controller is the settings inside this little screen and everything that it has to offer. I know for a lot of people it's very confusing, but since I had the controller for over 6 months, I can give you guys a real review about everything. And honestly, look at the controller. It hasn't even gotten that dirty either. And then remember, it also has these little trigger stoppers here. You can put them on, and it has M1, M2, M3, and M4. And this is how you turn on the controller at the bottom. And then it has a USB-C on there. So pretty much the controller has also stayed very clean too for having it for 6 months and being my main controller. Now let's get to the most important part and what everybody wants to know, the settings. So the first thing, like you guys see right there, press the home settings for 3 seconds. So we're gonna leave that press. And after we leave that press, you guys don't usually have to worry about the pairing, because all you need to do is plug in the USB to the back of the computer, which usually comes back here, and then it usually pairs by itself. You don't need to do anything with Bluetooth or anything like that, so don't even worry about it. Okay, first thing that we're going to get into is going to be towards the settings. So you can use the D-pad to move around. First thing we're going to get into is going to be the settings. We're going to click all the way on the right side. That's how you select, and here are the different settings. You can either have the default, which won't have anything, and it will just have the regular, A, B, C, whatever, however you usually use it, and these at the bottom won't be activated. But if you want to activate those, you're gonna have to press the settings. So let's just go to setting number 3. You're gonna click on there, setting number 3. You're gonna go to the right on the D-pad. You go to the right, and then you're gonna go to the button layout. And then when you're in the button layout, you're gonna click on there all the way on the right side. You click on there, and then when you're in the button layout, then you can set it up. So you see M1, 2, 3, and 4. So as you guys can see, M2, or let's just set up M1 for Y. We're going to click on M1, and after you click on M1, you put it for Y. And as you guys can see, that's saved, and then you click on the right side again. And then, boom, that has been saved successfully. So now as you guys can see, M1 is going to be here at the bottom. M1 right there. That's going to be set up to whatever I set it up right here. And then you guys can just go back over here. It says it here on the controller. You guys are able to go back. And now you make sure that you click on that setting. You click on setting 3, and now setting 3 has been saved. Now you have your controller set up for whatever you want to do, and then you can do it for everything. You guys can go back there, click the settings, and then pair it up whatever you want. Now let's go over another thing. So that was for the button layout. These are the different settings. Here's another thing that's very important as well. Next thing I want to go into, it is the joystick. In my opinion, for your left and your right joystick, you should have it on high performance. That is, in my opinion, the best delay. If you want it on immediate, I think immediate is a little bit too fast. Default is just fine for, if you're just a regular player. Immediate, in my opinion, is too fast. That's if you're really accurate, and that's like minus negative dead zone. Delay, I've never tried, but I think high performance for right and left stick joystick should be the best, in my opinion. I have it on high performance. So that's how you change your joystick. And here's the vibration. I usually like having my vibration on minimum or completely off, but yeah, that's pretty much how you use the settings on over here on this controller. And then I usually have mine on where here's setting number 1. And I have it set up on setting number 1 specifically for rainbow. So as you guys can see, my button layout, I only have 2. I have M1, 2, and M4, and that's pretty much it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just pretty much went over like the basic settings and how to use everything. So that's one important thing. The next thing let's want to go over is going to be the modes. Here's going to be the different modes. I have it set up to my PC. So this is where it's available to Switch, PC, iOS, and Android. So you can connect this to like your iOS device of your iPhone, and you can connect it to your Android as well through Bluetooth. And obviously you can just pair that over here, and then that's how you're able to pair it to Bluetooth through other devices. But mine, as you can see, it's already paired in the back of it. So now let's go back home, leave the home button pressed for 3 seconds, and then now those were the modes like I just showed you guys. And then now the next thing I want to go over is going to be the screen LED, and then as well you guys have the language there if you guys want to change the language, and help if you guys need help, as you guys can see at the bottom right there. But that's not important right now. The language usually comes in English. Now let's go to the screen and LED. If you guys want to add some cool stuff, screen, that's like sorry, let's go back. That's gonna be the screen LED. As you guys can see, that's how bright it is. You can have a low. Honestly, it's better to have a low so the battery lasts a little bit longer. I low-key forgot to do that. So, and also battery problems. I haven't had many battery problems with this controller. I usually don't even have to think about charging it. Whenever I get off, I just put it to charge a little bit, then I use it again. But I don't really think about it. So that means the battery is very good on this controller. And next thing that we want is, here are the cool colors. If you guys want to add the colors, select it on there, and after that you can go over here to the right side, and that's where you turn on. I have my colors off, that's why obviously you won't see it. You can either have it breathing, you guys see how cool that looks, or you can just keep light, and then from there you just make sure you turn it on. You go up, back to screen LED, and then you just select the color that you want. You can have it purple, blue, you can have it bright, breathing, you can have everything. I just like it off because I'm pretty sure that's gonna save a little bit more battery, but it does look pretty sick. I mean, honestly, very dope controller. Like I said, if you guys need help with anything else, let me know down below in the comments. I'm gonna show you guys everything else that it has on here. Obviously, like I said earlier, that's the language. You can set it up to English, and I'm not 100% sure what these other 2 languages are, so I don't want to say it, but yeah. And the next thing will just be help. If you need help with anything, you guys can scan that barcode. If you need help with anything else, maybe something I didn't get through in the video. But yeah, pretty much, I really like this controller. I really like everything, all the settings, everything that it has. Honestly, for $70 is really good. I think it's honestly better than the Xbox Elite Series, in my opinion, because it's got 4 paddles. I'm going to say it's $70, and it's honestly better. And it's got cool colors, and it's got Hall effect triggers. Honestly, and the last thing that I do want to say about this controller has literally 0 dead zone problems. Like 0. Like, I'm talking to you guys, 0 dead zone problems. It is one of the best controllers when it came to dead zone. This is the only controller that I've ever had that's had 0 dead zone problem. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to every single one of you guys for watching this video. And honestly, this is my 6-month review on the controller and how to use and everything you pretty much need to know about this controller. I mean, there isn't much else to it. I pretty much give you guys everything. Let me know down in the comments if you guys need help with anything else, but I cover everything. And I've had this controller for a very long time. I changed to other controllers, and I just literally keep coming back to this controller because it just works. It has no dead zone problems, like I said earlier, and it connects very easily, and you can have it wire and wireless. So it's a great controller, and then it also works with Control Freaks. I forgot to tell that to you guys. It works really well with Control Freaks. So, and it's got a little stands. I mean, it's just got everything for $70. Like I said, in my opinion, I think it's better than the Xbox Elite Series. And the most important part is that it has those high performance joysticks that you can put on the app, which I think no other controller has it but this controller. The high performance joysticks that it has, that a specific setting, no other controller has it, because I tried other controllers and only this controller has it. So honestly, I really like the controller. If you guys like it, check it out. I'm gonna leave an Amazon link. I'm gonna just look it up. It's not even like my link. I'm not gonna make no money off of it, but I'm gonna just find an Amazon link if you guys want to buy it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Take care of yourself. Like I said, if you guys need help with anything else, let me know down below in the comments. But I think this is a very well overall put video of this controller and pretty much just everything that has to offer. So, and it also has a pretty cool sound when you turn it on and it connects to the PC. But thank you guys all so much for watching this video. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, Manba 1 controller 6-month review. Definitely a great controller.